welcome to another Gator Sports Podcast. Today we're going to talk all things basketball. I guess we'll start with you, Gavin. When did you get started with basketball? What do you like about it?
I got started with basketball when I was in second grade. My stepdad introduced me to Kansas, the University of Kansas basketball, and I started watching them, and I just wanted to start playing from there, and that's when I got started and haven't stopped playing since. Weren't you a skater or something too, a speed skater? I used to speed skate too. My mom got us into that. She used to be a figure skater and a speed skater, and then I just started doing that, and I was ranked 4th nationally at one point when I was like in 8th grade doing it, but then I just wanted to focus on basketball, so I dropped that eventually.
And basketball, great. Asher, I've been watching you for many years. You've gotten a lot taller. How tall are you now?
Like 6'4", 6'4 and a half.
6'4" and a half.
6'5".
The scouts who listen just say 6'6",
yeah.
Okay? They just say.
Exactly.
Well, anyway, I remember you I think you showed up at some of our shooting camps or something like that. But how would you describe your basketball game? What is it that you feel like, I'm pretty good at this part of the game?
I've got to go with the threes shooting. I think that I can get to the bucket sometimes, but not as well as I can like take a pull-up jumper from the three-point line.
So what do you have to do to become a really accurate three-point shooter? What are some of the things that you would tell a young Gator to do to get really, really accurate at your shooting?
I think you just got to listen. You got to be coachable to learn, like there's different techniques. Like there's the beef. I don't know if you've heard of that beef. There's forest, and you just pay attention to the techniques, and it takes time to just get the technique down, and then all you got to do is work on it.
All right, here's a test for you. Okay, forest. Can you tell the audience what forest stands for? You guys want to take a crack at it? Go ahead, Gavin. See if you can get any of them. F. Come on.
That's crazy how I can't remember.
I know, it's awesome. Beef. Can you remember what does beef stand for? Anybody know?
I know forest.
Okay, good. Go for it.
Feet. What's it? Oh, finger. You're right. Finger. Finger.
O is for the offhand, right? It's supposed to be. Anyway, we won't go through it. But anyway, there are some techniques to learning how to be an accurate shooter, not just a shooter. A lot of kids just want to shoot. It's like, no, does it go in? How often? What's the percentage?
You got to be consistent.
That's right. You got to be consistent. So when you look back on your experience to get where you're at, for you, Gavin, what do you feel like is the thing that helped you get as good as you are at basketball your senior year? What were the little things that you had to do along the way that got you to the point where you're going to be a starter for the Gateway Gators and playing a lot and trying to contribute to hopefully a district championship?
Well, just if you actually love the game, you always want to play it. So I would say that just playing all the time, like any chance you get, practicing all the time. And it doesn't really feel like practice because if you love it, then you just want to do it all the time. So you just keep doing it, and if you do something a lot, you're going to see results. So if you do something a lot, you're going to get good at it. So it shows on the court, the people that actually play. And if you actually practice, you can get there.
Yeah. Asher, what's been your best memory at Gateway when you look back at all the times you've been here? That was a cool moment. What was it?
I've got to say, my 9th grade year, I got to travel up with the varsity players to go to, I think it was San Antonio Cole, and it was fun just sitting, even though I didn't play much. I got to sit on the bench and see a varsity game, like,
and
right there.
And it was a playoff game.
And it was a playoff game. It's a whole different, it feels a lot different. The environment's a little different.
Introduced me,
Yeah. Gavin, looking back on your time here at Gateway, we talk about our values and we want to help kids to master something that you go, this school really helped me get really good at this. Mm-hmm. What's something that the school experience has really helped you master and get good at?
So I've been a part of the AVID program all 4 years of high school, and I feel like that has really helped me with like my organization and time management. Like I feel like I'm ready for college at this point, and I don't think that anything a college throws at me, I can't handle, because I think Gateway's helped me a lot with my academics and being organized and keeping my time managed well.
Awesome, great. I love to hear that. What about you, Asher? What do you feel like you really gained that's helped you master something that maybe was difficult for you or something?
Yeah, so I think that is, I agree with Gavin, the Avid thing. I haven't actually been in Avid before, but I've been in like the PLP classes, but I've heard a lot of good things about Avid and how it's like been, it's very helpful with time management, and PLP was kind of like that. I mean, they gave us some helpful tips about that, but I think Avid, PLP.
Good. All right, let's talk about this season. Gavin, who do you guys feel like is going to be your toughest competition as you move into the district this year?
As we move into district, I think our toughest competition is going to be Burnett. They were district champions last year, but I think that we can win. I think that we can go undefeated this year in district.
You don't think you got a chance?
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel about that? Looking at the year, you look at you got some new schools that have joined us because we got redistrict by UIL. So we got Lago Vista coming in. Who else? Lampasas, that's right.
Falls.
And Marble Falls are the new ones. Yeah, had a couple go out. I don't know how much you know about those teams, but what would you say, Asher? Who do you feel like is going to be a tough competition?
Burnett, probably Burnett and Gerald, I think, because Gerald. But Marble Falls, we played them last year. I don't know if we beat them by like 40, 30.
We'll see. Somebody might show up, maybe some 7-footer enrolled in the school. You never know. You just never know. I'm sure Coach will get you ready for it.
Yeah.
If you could give any advice to a young Gator, let's say, I don't know, a 5th grader or a 6th grader, to be successful at Gateway, both not just in sports, but in academics as well, what would you tell them? What about you, Gavin? I guess, what would you say to some young Gator? Hey, really, you should do this if you really want to do well here.
So if you really want to do well in academics, it sounds like cliche, but just do your work, because a lot of people don't do their work, and they think that they can, like freshman year, they could slack off, or middle school they can slack off, but it'll catch up to you. So you have to be involved in going at it 100% the entire time, your whole time you're in school, so that by the time you get to the end, you know everything and you feel prepared. So, and for sports, if you want to succeed at Gateway, just be a leader and practice a lot, master what you're trying to do, and know your role on whatever sport you're doing, and get good at it.
Yeah. Hey, Asher, on thinking about somebody that's influenced you the most to get you where you're at, besides a relative, no family relative, who's been like really influential in your life that's helped you in a positive way? An individual, or maybe it's a kid, maybe it's an adult, maybe it's a coach. Who's probably been really the most influential in getting you where you're at?
Probably Coach Hugh. He has gotten me through a lot. We've had some things go on these past few years, and Coach Hugh's always been there for me and my family every time.
That's great. What about the future, guys? So what are your plans after you're seniors? This is it, man. This is your last go-around, and then you're out of here. What are you going to do, Gavin?
I'm planning on going to college. Right now I'm looking at going into like business school, and I want to go to A&M Corpus Christi, but I don't know yet. I might play college basketball still. It's still a possibility, but we'll see. But definitely going to college.
What are you going to do, Asher? What's your plan?
My plan is right after high school this summer, I'm going to try out for an overseas league, and then if I don't get like too good of an offer, then I'm going to go play college for a couple years, then go back and try out again and play overseas for 5 to 10 years, and then.
So right now you're thinking maybe I want to continue to play basketball.
Oh yeah, that's.
So what's the one area you go, this is what I'm going to have to really get better at in order for me to reach that goal? What do you feel like you got to get really better at this year?
Strength.
Yes.
I gotta get bigger.
That's it, Asher. I'm telling you, baby. Yes, yeah. I've always said that. If Asher will just get in the weight room and get stronger, you get the height, you got some good shooting accuracy, but You know, I've noticed, as we play in bigger schools, as we've kind of moved up into classification to play schools that are twice our size, well, the odds are you just get bigger, stronger kids that you're going up against, and you're learning that.
Yeah.
So I hope you get in the weight room, you do all the things, because that's what you're going to have to do.
Yes, sir, I will.
To meet that goal.
I've already been trying to get in the weight room.
And you got to have a backup plan because, if you get a bad injury, what are you going to do? You got to still make a living and support a family and do all that kind of stuff.
He knows all my backup plans.
You got a backup plan. You always got to have a backup plan.
Too, yeah.
I always tell kids, some people say, no, just have a plan. I'm like, no, you need to have, I'd suggest you have a backup plan just as well. All right, so here's kind of like my last question. So let's say that at the end of this podcast, Gavin, I'm going to give you $500 cash, 500 bills. What are you going to do with it?
Invest it.
Okay.
Invest it, and because that's $500. That's $500 you just gave me for free that I didn't have before. So I can invest that, and that's like basically $500 you gave. Like, that's the best way I can explain it. I would just invest it to make more.
What are you going to do with it, Ash? I just give it $500. What are you going to do? You're going to walk out of here and do what with that $500?
If I was smart, which I am, I would.
Of course you're smart.
But like, I would save it and invest it also. But someone like my brother.
Okay, so somebody else in the family maybe wouldn't do what you would do?
Yeah, no.
You really would invest it?
Yeah.
There's not a nice pair of,
Okay, I take that back. I might take out 100
Jordans or something for this year.
I might take out 100 and spend that on, maybe a new pair of shoes, some new clothes, but then the rest you got to be smart with. Invest.
I always like to ask kids about, okay, well then, you like to have a certain look when you're out on the court, right?
Yeah.
So like, what's one of those things that you go, I got to have this in order to look right?
The leg sleeve. The one leg sleeve.
You just have one leg sleeve?
Yeah, one leg sleeve. And
is it right or left leg? Does it matter?
Left leg. Has to be left leg.
And do you know that it has to match the color of the uniform, right? Do they allow you to have a white leg sleeve if you're wearing your away green uniform? I don't know are you green or orange this year? I don't know. What color are you?
I think we're green.
Yeah, we're green.
Yeah, we're green.
You're green with orange. Good.
Yeah.
I like that. So,
I think the rules are you have to wear black. And this year I think it was because last year I never actually was told to go white. But
it's black with green and then the white with
white. But you got to have that sleeve on the left leg.
Has to.
Okay, I got you. What about you, Asher? You got any?
I mean, I've been wearing a calf sleeve on my right leg, but just on one. But I don't have to wear anything to feel good. One thing that the UIL changed this year was that we can't roll our shorts apparently, but.
I thought they did away with. I thought it had been that way, but they changed it for this year. Maybe not. I don't know. Anyway, well, hopefully, Coach knows what the rules are. Explain it before you get out there and get whistled for a technical foul the first game.
Too long shorts is something that I can't have while I'm on.
I know they've gotten shorter and shorter. They've gotten a little ridiculous.
Some people.
I'm going to say something to you if they're too short. Okay, just like please put some clothes on. Anyway, all right, guys. I can't wait to see you out there. We got a big game against Eastview to start your season. I don't know if the podcasts will air before that, but good luck this year.
Thank you.
I'm excited to see what you guys are doing your senior year. Last time to watch you. Hey, go Gators.
Go Gators.
Thanks for joining us.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Hey, I've got head basketball coach, Coach Q, Quincy Granderson's joining us now. Coach, those are two really good-looking, outstanding young men you've got. Tell me a little bit more about those guys that you've been coaching for many years now.
Well, one thing I can tell you about these guys is their chemistry. Like, for us, the four guys that got started, they've been playing together since like 7th grade. Some of them known each other since 6th grade. They stayed in out of each other's house. They put a lot of time in with each other being just friends other than just basketball players and teammates. So the chemistry this year is really, really well. We're really flowing our offense. They play good help defense this year. Matter of fact, I've been running the last two scrimmages, running a lot more man than I normally run. So those guys, they're team leaders. This year we built a council where I got those four guys and another guy who's a junior. They're my council. We meet up every day before practice, after practice. They tell me the odds and how the team feels, the chemistry flow, what irks them, who's cutting up in class. We hold each other accountable. These are the type of things these guys bring to the table this year. So I'm really, really excited about this year with these guys. Just for the simple fact that just about, watching kids grow into young men is like a pat on the back sometimes. It's refreshing, Not even about the wins or losses. It's just about watching these guys transform into young adults,
It's a process, as you know, Coach. Man, a lot of times we as adults and coaches and parents and teachers, we got to be patient, but we got to keep those standards high, love them, but still hold them accountable. And I've seen you do that over the years with the kids. And I personally, I just want to say again, I appreciate the job that you do and the kind of program you're running. Tell us a little bit about the season. What can we expect? First of all, we had realignment with UIL, so we've got some new teams that are in our district. A few have left. Yeah. Give us sort of an overview of the season that we're going into, and how do you feel like we stack up against the new competition?
Well, we brought in this year, brought in line passes. Their coach is one of those guys. The year before, they had a really good team where they competed in their district. Last year they had a downside, but as we know, anybody can move in. You can find some good athletes in football. We don't have football, so I went and found couple guys in lacrosse, and they can bring my muscle to the team. Land Passes is another team that's a tough, just grind. They grind you down to the last zero hits the clock. I feel like they're gonna bring a different energy in our district as far as being physical and have to be tough. We did lose Salado and Taylor. They went to a different district. But as far as, us standing along in the district, I feel like we can muscle up and tee it off with anyone. I don't feel like no one just is superior above us or anybody else in the district, It's kind of like a toss-up. Anybody could beat anybody any given night. But to beat us, you're going to have to be able to shoot the ball well. I just feel like that. And this is the type of confidence I've been talking to these guys from day one, even last year. We're not going to dumb down ourselves and act like we're not the top. Like we've been saying, why not Gateway? Everybody always talk about other teams winning, us losing or whatever. Like, we've always been in the fight. We just haven't had a good, solid background to finish out games. This year, I'm telling you, these guys are humming on all cylinders. I'm very confident coming into this season.
Awesome. What do you want to say to the Gateway community that you need? What do you need from the school community to help you guys get over the hump, get into the playoffs this year, and have the best year you can possibly have with the talent you have? What do you need from the community?
On our sleeve, our shirts right now, we say hashtag G4L. G4L, Gator for Life. Come out, be part of the family. These guys been working hard. I've been putting them through a boot camp type process, and they've weathered the storm. They respond to it well. I really feel like if they come out and get the vibe to see this winningness come along, that they'll come in and have a good time. We also do a lot of work with our little ones this year, and invite them to open gyms, invite them to camps. These guys work the camps. They know their names, they know their nicknames. So it's a good community when you have a K through 12 building where these guys can interchange and intertwine with the younger ones. So come on out, man, have a good time with us.
Yeah, your home schedule. So I know you got your district games. So do they start before Christmas break or
after?
So it's after. Mm-hmm. Okay, so then for your non-district home games, is there any particular game you want to make sure I'm there to watch? Excited?
We play in my hometown, Temple.
Oh, we got Temple coming
Temple
in.
Coming.
Oh, you're scheduling some teams.
Yeah, so come out to that one, support me on that one, I love the blue front, white back, but I'm trying to get that win, Come out to that one definitely. That's that Tuesday, Thanksgiving week.
So we got Temple.
We got Belton that Monday. Temple
you got
that
Belton,
Tuesday.
Another 5A. Good for you.
Pflugerville, Henderson.
That's 5A as well, or is that 6A?
The new Chaparral team up in Killeen.
Okay. And you got Eastview. I know you're going to Eastview.
I'm going to Eastview Friday.
Coach, man, you're bringing it. Yeah, good for you. Let's go.
St. Stephen's.
Let's go. Getting you ready for district.
Right.
Awesome. I can't wait, Coach. I love to watch you guys. I love what you're doing for the program. So, good luck this year, and go Gators.
Yeah, go Gators.